Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. You're not going to believe what happened to me yesterday. This is a review of The Who at Budweiser Stage in Toronto, Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, just to document the date. I got to tell the story. If anybody who doesn't watch my channel and just happens to be looking for Who reviews because they were at the show, please give me a minute to explain. Yesterday, I had no interest in going to see the Who anymore. I saw the Who twice in the '70s, full band with Entwistle and Moon, great shows. Um, and once Entwistle and Moon died and they kind of reformed, I thought, and then in the last couple of years, I thought, oh man, Daltrey's voice, how could he sing those songs? Like you need a really powerful voice to do that, and Pete doing the windmills and everything. I just thought this is going to be hard to watch, so had no interest in seeing the Who. Yesterday, my wife and I were out. She had a specialist appointment, and we were gone a long time, from 12 till I didn't get home almost till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I decided, good, now I got to go downstairs in the basement and chill for a couple hours before dinner. I go downstairs and I pull out my iPad, and I've got a message on the iPad said something about a ticket transfer from Ticketmaster. I didn't look at it closely, and I'm awaiting a ticket transfer for a ticket to see Steve Hackett in October. So I assumed that's what it was. Then I was going to make a video, and then I clicked on my iPad again, and I looked at that message, and it was ticket transfer for the Who. I'm going, ticket transfer for the Who? Is this a scam? So I go on my email, and I got an email from one of my viewers. His name is Derrick, lives in Nova Scotia, but at the time, he's explaining me in the email, appreciates has been watching me in the Canadian Stud Muffin for quite some time and really enjoys our content. And he said that he was moved up to Ontario, Canada, at some point early in the spring, and ended up not working out for him, and he moved back to Nova Scotia. But in the meantime, while he was up here, he won tickets to see the Who at Budweiser Stage in Toronto. And obviously couldn't use the tickets. A little bit of a drive from Nova Scotia, about, I'd say 14 hours. So that's not happening. So he, without saying, can you go to the show? He just says, I can't use the tickets. I tried to sell them because the show wasn't sold out and they were lawn seats. He didn't know what to do, so he just transferred them to me. He said, I hope you can go. And it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The show's supposed to start at 7:30. I am a 2-hour drive away from the venue, and I have to find someone to go with. I have to decide if I want to go. I'm sitting at home in my shorts and a t-shirt and my feet up. And no interest in seeing the Who. And I go upstairs and tell my wife what happened. And then I said, screw it. I phoned my nephew Jack, got a hold of him and said, do you want to go see the Who? I got free tickets. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Throw on my jeans, throw on my best concert t-shirt, my hat. We're off. Downtown, the traffic was great, thank God. We got my brother-in-law ended up buying a seat online to come with us, so the three of us went, and we got down to the show and by 7, and I was not sure what to expect. It was one of the most enjoyable evenings of music I have spent in a long frickin' time. It was a great concert. If I had to rate it out of 10, I would give it a 15. It was fantastic. So we get there, and no idea if there's an opening act or whatever. Guy walks on stage and kind of not quite sure who he is. And then he opens his mouth. It's Tom Cochrane, great Canadian artist. I think Tom had some breakout hits in the U.S. too. Life is a Highway, probably. So Tom comes out. He was great. His band was great. I have never seen Tom Cochrane live before, and I'm not a fan enough that I have a bunch of CDs or albums, but I do like when I hear his music. And he played, a lot of his classic songs, Big League and Boy Inside the Man and all that, and really rocked. He was good, a good performer. And then, with about 4 songs, he mentioned something. He said he made a joke about being a boy from Etobicoke, Ontario, which is, Etobicoke is a suburb of Toronto. And he said, don't hold it against me, but I'm from Etobicoke, because we're playing to a Toronto crowd here. And he says, and later I'm going to bring out a gentleman who's from Willowdale. And we're immediately thinking, who's from Willowdale? And I thought Kim Mitchell. So we're about 4 songs away from the end of his set. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Lifeson. Alex Lifeson from Rush comes out. Oh, fuck! Unbelievable. Oh, man. Then they did some the old Red Rider songs from that album, Far As I Am, which is a great record. He did White Hot. He did Lunatic Fringe. They did Life Is a Highway and another track. It was fucking awesome. Alex Lifeson right there. Oh, man, I'm telling you. What a thrill. And The Who hasn't even come on yet. There's a break in the action. We go from, we never really went up on the lawn. We kind of stood on this aisleway you could walk, so like a walkway between the seats and the thing, and we went and found some empty seats and sat in the seats. So The Who comes on. About 8:45, I'm going to say. Played for about 2 hours. I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, when I started, I was almost expecting them to come out with walkers and just be falling all over the place. Roger twirling his microphone and hitting himself in the head with it. That was my whole image of what this show was going to be. I was completely wrong. It was incredible. Roger Daltrey, I can't believe how good he sang. He was incredible. If the Who's coming to your town and you're kind of have the same mindset as me, do not miss this show. They were freaking fantastic. Pete sang great. Roger sang great. The backup band they had, which is about, 6 musicians, which included Simon Townsend, Pete's brother, who's actually a pretty good guitar player. They started off with I Can't Explain, did some old songs. I Can't Explain, Substitute. Then they went into Who Are You? From there, The Seeker. One song that I've never been a big fan of from The Who, Long Live Rock. That's probably my weakest song of the whole show. Then they did a couple of tracks from Tommy. They didn't focus too much on Tommy. They did Pinball Wizard and See Me, Feel Me. Then they did a couple of tracks from Who's Next? Love Ain't for Keepin' and Behind Blue Eyes. Fantastic. Then Eminence Front, which I love that track. My Generation. And then from My Generation, they went straight into a song called Cry If You Want. I don't even know what the hell that song is. I've never heard it before. And then one of my favorite Who tracks from Face Dances, which isn't a really strong album, but it's got some really strong songs on it. You Better You Bet. I love that song. I'm so glad they included that. They did Going Mobile from Who's Next. Mentioned that they don't do that very often, and instead of Pete singing the lead, they gave it to Pete's brother Simon. He did a great job on it. Fantastic. Then they said they're going to do some songs from Quadrophenia. They did, which is my favorite Who album. They did The Real Me. They did I'm One, 515, and Love Reign O'er Me. You don't think Roger Daltrey can still sing? Holy crap. Oh, man, it was freaking... I just can't tell you how excited I am. Then they started to wind it down. Yeah, it's kind of getting everybody getting mellow. Won't Get Fooled Again. Bubba O'Reilly. Incredible. Then The Song Is Over. The tour is called The Song Is Over because it's supposed to be their farewell tour. It was kind of poignant, I guess. And then all the band leaves the stage and Pete and Roger sit down. Pete sits down, Roger stands up beside him, and they do a song called Tea in Theater, which is kind of, I guess, I don't know. it just fit the mood. And then they just kind of chatted with the crowd for a minute, just about how much, because Toronto's been a big deal for the Who. They've traditionally opened their tours in Toronto and closed their tours in Toronto, and they've done a ton of stuff here, and it was fantastic. The place was, I'd say, 80% sold out, maybe. The seats, maybe 90%. They're playing again here on Thursday night, so that might be why the fans base is spread out over 2 nights. The merch, I was not really into. I just promised myself, because I'm going back to Budweiser Stage tonight to see Tedeschi Trucks and Government Mule. So I'm saving my money for that, because I'd rather have merch from those 2 bands than the Who, because I can buy a Who T-shirt at for $20 somewhere. Anyway, the merch was really freaking expensive, man. $70 for the cheapest T-shirt, $60 for a hat. They were selling these satin kind of jackets with "The Song Is Over," the Who emblems on it, and for $700. It was like, I don't know, people were buying it, but man, a hat and a T-shirt, $130 plus tax, $150 bill. Couldn't do it. Anyway, fantastic show. For anybody who went last night, let me know your thoughts. And for anybody who is in the Toronto area and was kind of thinking this isn't going to be very good, get tickets and go Thursday night. It's going to be freaking awesome. And that's my review of the Who. Fantastic. I will be back tomorrow with another review of Tedeschi Trucks and Government Mule. Really excited for that show. Everyone have a great day. Thank you.